Fist bumps locked in. We're here for a good time and hopefully a long time. I want to see these matches go down to the wire, right?
Yes. This is another top 8 qualifier trying to get in. Spongebob, Zim. Gotten to see these competitors a little bit before on the sticks, and Zim is another one of those Patrick-esque tier characters. Not so great, but Kobazco has been doing work with them.
Zim is here. Mr. Lightyear himself is here.
You're not wrong. Plenty of projectiles to boot, but I feel like Spongebob has like the mobility to kind of get around him and stuff too.
Yeah, the projectile system from Zim, a pretty stationary system for the most part. Very telegraphed. Of course, Gur, you know, as great of a guy as he is, a little slow to the draw when he comes out.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's figure out how to approach this matchup right now. It's tough. Spongebob is fast. He's got big, strong attacks that can hit back projectiles and stuff. I mean, Tandori's already proven that like he knows how to grab and pick up and use projectiles himself. So like if you don't have like access to your game plan, what got you here, how do you go up against an opponent that takes that game plan, puts it right back in your face?
That's right. That is the million-dollar question. So as strong of a character as Spongebob is, oh my lord, the traps are definitely here, my friend. I love that. Oh yes. My god.
Back and forth.
That's right. Tandori shutting that down before the momentum can even get started. A karate right off the top here, my friends.
Yep.
Okay, and this is the type of Zim gameplay that I feel like when the game first came out, everybody questioned if this character was really good. I'm like, give him some time, okay? He's not an April and he's not an Oblina, all right? You know, he has some setups. Once they get them in line, it's over for the other side. And as we can see here, the projectile system is becoming a little bit too overwhelming here for Tandori.
Once you kind of figure out just that projectile flow chart, though, when it could fall apart, but then it's up to Kobazco, though, to adjust to it, so we'll see.
Yeah, he's really struggling right now. I mean, again, Spongebob, just great movement options. And, you know, we talked about it before, you know, Evader Zim, not the fastest projectiles in the world by any means necessary. However,
they're threatening, though. They're covering so much space.
They really are. And I feel like Kobazco are very well aware of where they're throwing them in position to where he's at. Wow. KO off the damn top. Very, very smooth stuff.
I like the setups we're seeing with the gnome and the static Gur there, which has been catching Tandori coming down off the respawn platform a lot of times, too, getting a lot of early damage to help set up a good lead to the next stock.
Karate, that's right. These stocks are certainly going back and forth right now. I mean, it looks like, and I mean, this is no disrespect to anybody who plays Spongebob, but of course, Kobazco just, you know, they're playing just a little bit harder here for obvious reasons. Of course, not quite blessed with the movement options Spongebob has, so have to supplement that, of course, with projectile gameplay and just really trying to set up shop here. Gur with the detonation, doesn't quite get anything off of it. Lightning just in case Tandori gets a little too close. I think that move is like frame too goddamn fast, right? I think it only hits on frame 1 or something like that. It's very quick.
Almost. And Zim is light too. That almost killed. That was like pretty low percent too.
Would have been a very unfortunate KO indeed. Okay, what's Gur going to do here? Anything?
Not yet. He's just chilling out. He's enjoying the fields.
Okay, Gur's still locked in right now. Yes, doesn't quite get anything off the karate. Stock percent starting to get a little too high right there, and wow, yeah.
Zim seals it. I like, though, that, like, despite having access to bubble, Spongebob was, like, using it a little bit, but not overusing it, because it's like, instead they're kind of focusing on trying to counter Zim's projectiles. It just wasn't enough in the end, so maybe they want to go a little bit more physical or even more projectile. Either way, there's different ways that this next game could play out, especially huge with, like, which stage we go to.
But for sure.
I think we're going to go back to Jellyfish Field, if I'm not mistaken.
And it was really smart to not lean too hard into, like, the bubble gameplay. I feel like when you play against a Zim at this level of bracket, you know, you're certainly well aware that he also knows how to use his projectiles, but he also knows how to use other people's against him. You know, again, if you're just going to play a character like Zim, you just can't afford to not know how to use other people's projectiles. And so, very, very smart stuff. Of course, Tandori, like you talked about, going to try to bring the match just a little bit closer to Zim here this time. Kobazco looking for that couple degrees of separation here.
Scrapping a little bit here, trying to figure out how the neutral is going to go this game. There you go. Like you said, the Zim knows how to use the projectiles. The moment there's a bubble out, grabs right away. Don't give Zim technically a 4th projectile. That recovery is also a projectile, just not one you often see in neutral.
That's very, very true. Gets the gnome on deck. Yes, goes for the up throw right into it. Wow, and Kobazco just showing us something a little bit different here. Zim, a character you might have counted out in the beginning of the meta. This character is certainly here right now. It has a very dominant place. Not allowing Tandori any free spots in.
And that's big. After winning game 1, 2, already getting like a little bit of a good lead, like you would be afraid that like, all right, game 2 or 3, like the opponent's kind of learning the matchup. No, Kobazco just swinging even harder now.
Okay, yes, using his projectiles back at him. It's very accurate right there of Gur. I feel like Gur would do that in the actual TV show too.
Yep.
Like, oh, I'm supposed to blow the opponent up? My bad. Okay.
This pressure towards the ledge is huge, getting that damage up there over 100% now, making that lead go more and more into Kobazco's favor. And
good Lord. Kobazco just such a prolific player here right now. Utilizing the air dash right there, finding a little opening. Love the jab lock. Oh yeah, Gur is yours, he said.
Yep.
Karate, yeah, that's gonna do
off
it.
the top, that was early death, 81 after the kill.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think it goes back to what you talked about before with this Zim being so light.
Yep.
Very unfortunate stuff.
All right, tosses him out, back to neutral here, but the conversions that Kobazco is getting off of all these projectile hits is so key, so precise.
Okay, Kobazco having a really hard time here. Right now, Tandori with the opening, and of course, yes, the meteor hits too at that. Uh-oh.
As he recover, barely gets a sweet spot. Great job there by Kobazco, but barely lives there to the karate. However, off the side, Tandori's on the board.
That's right. Alrighty, friends. Got ourselves a bit of a set here. We're seeing a class with 2 different types of play styles kind of meet in the middle here. You know, not to say that Spongebob can't play the long-range game, not to say that they can't do, you know, the bubble, you know, gameplay to really try to mix up how you're going to land, and from there they can punish Spongebob just a plethora of anti-air attacks. But, you know, I can't ignore the fact that you're not going to get any anti-airs if your opponent doesn't approach.
Yes.
And because of that, Invader Zim, Kobazco really tapping into that mindset right now, playing from such a vast distance away.
Need to see what kind of adjustments we can make going into game 3 here. Both players got 1 game apiece. Looks like since we're back to the character selection, we're probably going to go to a different stage, not just running it back to Jellyfish Fields. I like that. Get a little bit of variety in there. Take a moment, realizes your strengths, your weaknesses, and use them to get further in bracket.
There you go. Talk to him. Here we go. 1 game apiece here right now. Both sides really got to get everything in a row for themselves, of course. Take your time.
Yes.
No need to jump right into the next match immediately. That's the Buzz classic. Okay, he will let your momentum cool off. Be pretending he's doing something when in reality he's just letting your momentum die.
That counterpick phase is your time to utilize how you want, however you decide to.
Harmonic Convergence is the name of the stage.
Ooh, I like this for Zim too. So the moment that Tandori is able to sneak out a game, Kobazco's going, yeah, we're going to the stage that super going to favor me. If you thought the projectiles were going to be tough in Jellyfish Fields, all the room in the world now to set him up.
A lot of real estate right here on Kobazco's behalf. Tandori, of course, really trying to close out that gap. Okay. Okay, light in there. That's right. Anytime you get a little too close, that move is going to come out there in a big way. Obviously not the strongest move in the world, but a great combo extender, a good get off of me tool. Very, very fast option. Okay, yes. The thing about Spongebob in these bubbles is that, you know, they are a strong option, but, you know, in a stage this big, I can see it coming a mile away. I got a lot of time to make a play.
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit of a slower pace match this time, but anything they can chip off of each other. However, Tandori is doing a good job of just getting in there whenever they can. And if you look at the numbers right now, basically they're both as red as they can be. So the fact that even when Zim is down 30% less than Spongebob, they're just as well as that kill percent.
That's right, yeah. Unfortunately enough, Vader Zim just a little too light to survive any of the karate that Spongebob is going to bring to the table. Now, Tandori, of course, like we talked about, kind of closing out that distance, understanding just the absolute danger of Gur and these gnomes. Not want to jump around it, not also using, I mean, because before, you know, when you've seen this type of play style kind of come through, he would just kind of lean into like the bubble gameplay to kind of answer back in retaliation, but this time, not having any of it, right in Kobazco's face, good Lord.
Just as much as I was thinking that Tandori was trying to take this lead and just get away with it, thankfully Kobazco was able to find a kill there. Because as long as they're on the same stock, I feel like there's enough like trap set up to like kind of get any kind of percent back, as long as you don't have that stock deficit, but thankfully that's not the problem anymore.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Yeah, it's means no worries for sure. Okay. Another light in there, yeah, and I mean, again, just a great get off tool. Oh, wow, look at that.
People have been counting on Zim for a bit here. This character ain't that bad. Like, maybe a little too light, but got got some tricks.
Yeah, for sure. But sometimes those tricks can be used against them, as you've seen there. Just the Tandori with the immediate answer back right off the assist there of a wonderful robot we like to call Gur.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gur made with the best parts and pieces out there on that planet. And by the best parts and pieces, I mean the robot or the alien elders just kind of dug into the trash and put Gur together. That was messed up.
So we got more of them coming out, just kind of chilling there, waiting to be used. What kind of trap setup that can go for? Because at 64%, I almost feel like that could be a kill conversion. But
yes, I most definitely agree. It's certainly on the horizon.
Yep.
We will see. Yes.
Ooh.
Wow. Dash attack into heavy up strong. That was damn.
If you're at that percent, it's hard to be on the ground because you get caught with that, your double jump, you got to force and land somewhere, and then Spongebob is there with that dash attack right into you, ready to get the kill.
Mm-hmm. Great stuff right there from Tandori. Digging really deep. I know that stage could be a bit of an issue right there for, Tandori and just Spongebob in general, and Invader Zim, just kind of home sweet home, just being able to build up so much, just whatever they pretty much want to do on the opposite ends of the stage. So Tandori, of course, has to play very strong. Job ain't done yet, though, friends. Harmonic converts, we're running it back.
This is still anybody's set. We've got at least a point on the board for both sides, and Kobazco, even though they didn't win the last game, they were super close to doing it and showed off a lot of cool stuff there with Zim. For any of the naysayers out there, Zim can still do it.
That's right. Zim can get it done right here in a big way. Same could certainly be said for Spongebob, though. I know there's not as many naysayers there in that department.
Yeah.
But in this matchup here, though, it almost makes you question a couple things because, god damn, just the zoning pressure here from Kobazco has been so good.
Speaking of that zoning pressure, though, Tandori has found a way around it. Got Kobazco off stage, not able to convert it to a kill, though. Kobazco takes the center stage back. Got to do something to kind of keep that neutral win, because I feel like, I don't know, Tandori is commanding the neutral a lot more, and like every single time they're back on the stage, they're keeping that presence in their hand.
Yes, quite literally. Okay, Gur back online here. Not quite utilizing them. Not yet, at least. There it is.
Ooh, the DI mix-up. Either you went to the gnome or you went to the up strong, or if you hit the gnome, you would have probably went to a strong after that one.
That's right.
Great job there by Kobazco, trying to just, ensure true death there by Tandori.
Okay, light in there. Not quite finding the opening he's looking for here. Up tilts, yes, firmly grasp it into your hand. Getting a lot off of these net swings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nothing off of Girder that time.
Yep.
Little misposition for the toss back, too.
All right, some of the bubbles that were helping a little bit keep some of the projectiles at bay, but still, Kobazco's coming out on top just a little bit, just enough. But you got to think, even if you win this game, you got to deal with Tandori's counter pick after this.
That you do. That you most certainly do. And that is scary area there.
Yes.
Okay. Kobazco right here with a very comfortable lead here right now. Just completely disengaging physically here from Tandori, and I don't blame him at all. Of course, Spongebob is just going to out-button you in a lot more ways than one. And as you can see there, karate once more.
The percents are scary. Death can happen anytime. Cargo, just throw him off. Any edge guards? Nope, but we're going to get some setups here.
And I like what Kobazco is doing, just kind of running up pseudo-aggression. Run up, hold shield, just kind of wait for an option to come out, see what you're going to do. Almost
falls into the gnome there, which would have been certain death, but at 180%, another cargo throw at this point might do it.
Yeah, true.
Depends on where on the stage they get the grab.
Now, see, another good thing about this is that as much as Kobazco's disengaging with this lead, in doing that, you're also kind of hurting yourself at the same time because Spongebob is like, well, if you're going to disengage, I want to stay over here as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have no real need to rush in. Yes, I am in a bit of a deficit, but I also know that I have absolute kill options up close.
Oh, yes.
Once I get close to you, you have to grab me and go for something. You need a setup.
Yep. And any little percent Tandori can get, they will certainly take, because, all right, we got the stock. That's important, but if we get like maybe 20, 30 more percent on Kobazco, that's technically Spongebob could be looking for an early percent kill conversion. There we go. Gets dash attack into the up smash. Still going for it. Looking for that kill. Anything they can do.
Okay. Light in air again. Just chiseling away here right now at Tandori. Uh-oh, yeah, don't sit.
Opens up with a strong, looking for a way to get in.
Okay, I'm really struggling to find that opening yet. And again, we talked about it before, just using their own projectiles against them. If there's ever going to be a character in the game that's going to know how to do it at this level, it's definitely going to be Invader Zim, all right?
We had neck-and-neck games, but that time Kobazco won with the 2 stock. So maybe they figured out what they need to make the Game 5 adjustment, but they got to do it on their opponent's turf, not theirs, because that kind of pick advantage is going to play key here, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think that was a stage where, you know, again, Kobazco kind of wanted to play that type of play style that we've seen in that last game in the match prior. So,
yep.
I think now Tandori understanding just the absolute threat. You know, yes, we are very good. You know, Spongebob is a great character on most stages, but there are some stages in this game that you don't do as well on depending on the matchup, and I do feel like you've taken Zim kind of home sweet home on harmonic conversion.
Yeah.
Last game right here between both these two talented individuals. Let's see what we get.
Literally one game separates these two competitors from top 8. Winner is going to get into that coveted loser top 8 spot.
There you go. Oh, yeah, where are we at right now in brackets? You got it in front of you?
Yeah, this is the qualifier to make it into losers top 8. Otherwise, winners, we got Thunder's Reign already sitting clean in winners finals. Squibble Dimension, the other side of winners, semis. Losers, the winner of this is going to fight Andruvi in that top 8 when it starts. And then the other side, we've got Cam versus the winner of Rose J and Max Ketchum.
Okay. Oh, wow. Max is still in.
He's doing it.
T.O.'s worst nightmare. You thought it was Mewtwo King. It's Max Ketchum. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this match right here. Final game here between Tandori and Kobazco, two very phenomenally talented individuals. However, with the way that last match kind of wrapped up, that was a very commanding ass whipping from Kobazco, if I may say so myself.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, it felt like no matter where Tandori was going to go, there was always a Gur, there was always a Gnome waiting for them, and then whenever they got hit by that, there was a whole Zim there waiting for them.
That's right. Zim, of course, not the strongest character in the business, but certainly not without some tools, namely that light Nair. Of course, heavy Nair too, getting the job done off stage. Okay, yeah.
All right, gets the first kill. That's big. Took a lot of percent too. No, no early kill there, but the fact that that's always on the table, oh, barely doesn't kill with that, which is weird to think that that barely killed because that's 82 after the hit. That's so early. Like, Zim's got to be one of the lightest characters in the game.
Oh, free. And maybe it was because they were falling or something. I'm not exactly sure what that was. But when I seen that land, I was like, yeah, this is pretty much a cooked Zim.
Yep.
But Kobazco getting a second lease on life here, at least for this first stock.
Got 100% already. I feel like I don't even remember when that happened.
Yo, seriously. Yeah, because it's literally a blink and you miss it type of thing.
The conversions are getting stronger and stronger. They're knowing what they're doing. They're finding the kill there. They are up 2 stocks to 1, looking to get into that top 8.
Okay. Very good. Yes, light Nair. Very, very strong option. Okay. Still looking really strong here for the most part. Really struggling here to find just this small opening here. Kobazco, of course, very commanding lead, but Spongebob doing what Spongebob does best here. Now, obviously, this stage here a little bit different. Actually, a lot of bit different than harmonic conversions. Of course, no platform hovering. I mean, that doesn't really help anybody. Good Lord. But this time having to play a little bit closer than comfort here. And Kobazco proving that they can certainly do that as well.
Kobazco is forced to play a little bit more aerial based because of that stage with the platform around, but it almost seems like in a way kind of helps because they were able to look for those up strong conversions as soon as their opponent got popped up in there. So it worked out in the end, and they're taking Zim to top 8. Not where many Zims have been before if your name's not the buzz.
There you go. There you go. Talk to him. So next game here coming up here, I believe we have Andruvi is next, right?
So Andruvi will be playing the winner of that, and I think that is the only available match unless they give us the other winner semis. So we are at our top 8. We are ready for that. However, the top 4 is what's going to happen on Sunday. So we are still going to go for a couple more sets. We've got, not including Max's game that's going on right now, we've got 3 more sets to go between the 2 streams before we are done for the night. So we've got that one winner semis, Squibble versus Dimension, which I think that's Andruvi walking up. Looks like we're going to have Andruvi versus Kobazco now, and then Cam versus the winner of Rose J and Max Ketchum.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, well, before we get into that, we actually got to throw to a quick commercial break, friends. We got to pay bills. You know, we got to keep the lights on here. So please don't touch that home button. Dial nothing. We'll be right back right after a word from our sponsors.